Welcome back, spiritual angels. This is one of those difficult messages that doesn't want to get recorded. And I know why. There's a lot of turmoil, but I'm not going to give up. So I'm counting on the strength from the ancestors and the higher power to get me through this. So let's go. So all day I've felt a sense of turmoil and just some heaviness kind of hanging over, heavy energy. And so these cards about old arguments that are going to resurface because of this sinister, energy kind of hanging around. It's trying to pull you back. So, but you have the upper hand. So don't give in to it. At least try not to. I feel like this has to do with just kind of like specific individuals trying to pull you back to a prior version that they felt comfortable with, because they don't like the new version of you because you're so unbothered. And I feel like this is a person that you cut spiritual ties with but are in close physical contact with, so you had to set some really, really tight boundaries and specific tight boundaries with these individuals. The ancestors are telling me to tell you or to remind you that for some reason you received clarity about this situation, and they're asking me to remind you that these individuals don't have the capacity to be at your level of emotional maturity. So you're always going to have to manage these individuals in the same way by keeping these tight boundaries. I mean, so many things have changed and people are adjusting, but there are those few individuals that are either late to adjust or just don't have the capacity to kind of like adjust. So, we kind of should just kind of give up expecting them to adjust in the way that you feel they should, maybe. I feel like eventually if you kind of, stand your ground and keep them tight boundaries, I feel like they'll adjust in the way that you need them to, or it'll become easier for you to kind of like deal with it moving forward. I'm getting a very, very small blurb in here about on the work front with more training. If you need more training or you feel like you need clarification on anything, seek that out, because that's going to benefit you in the long run and bring you success. So that was coming out strong. What's coming out strong is that you guys are in a really, really very deep period of transition, and so just kind of stay firm, continue to ground yourself. And I know I refer to it all the time, but the ancestors they mention it every time. The practices like that have gotten you here, the strategies and the practices that have gotten you here, continue that, because that is what's going to bring you clarity and is going to illuminate the steps as you move forward. So they keep mentioning that very, very strongly. And so just hang on in there. I feel like this is a temporary, it's intense, but I feel like it's temporary. And I feel like something big is about to happen for some of you in this collective. I'm going to leave it there. Many blessings to all.